CFB Nation.
Welcome to the Governor of College Football, and I am the Governor of College Football, hence the hat, also known as Lever KT. We got a fun-filled segment for you guys today. I love when I'm able just to deep dive into like a 12 to 15 minute segment and talk about things that I feel like are important. Right now, what's really been on my mind is surviving the Super Conference era. We are about to leave this current era of college football. We're going into a new era of college football. And if you can't 12, the 2023, I guess we can call it the second window or the late window transfer portal has been crazy. 2022, the first transfer portal window has been crazy. Recruiting has been crazy. And we're about to go to the Super Conference era. That's right. I'm talking about the S2, Big Ten, SEC, and then you're going to have your Power 3 if that's still what they're going to go by. They might just call it a group of 8, really, after it's all said and done. We're talking about the Pac-12, the Big 12, and the ACC, and I want to really see how can these dudes survive this era. Like, it's going to be difficult. I feel like some conferences are doing the right thing. Some conferences are doing the wrong thing. But to convey this message the way that I want to convey this message, the way that you guys love how I convey this message, let me just give you some data real quick, and then we're going to get right into it. 80% of the most valuable programs, that's financial-wise, that's brand-wise, as you would do in any other sport, belong to the super conferences. It's damn near a monopoly. Damn near a monopoly. Like, really think about it. The only two schools that are kind of outliers are Utah. How they've been in the top 10 the last few years, I have no clue. I guess because of the fan base. I guess because of the location. I guess because lack of competition from a professional football team is really the only thing I can think of. And the fact that they have diehard fans. And then Notre Dame has been that way. They've been an anomaly. If you really want to think about it, because they've been independent. Other than the 2020 season, which they did for COVID, it just made things a lot more simplistic if they just joined the ACC that year. But other than that, they've been independent. They kind of always played the schedule that they wanted to play. I feel like that's why when it comes to them striking the media deals, they strike really good media deals. But the conference I want to talk about first is the conference that I have the most concern with, and that's the Pac-12. And I know some of you fans of teams in the Pac-12, other than USC and UCLA, I'm sure they're excited to go to Big Ten territory. But the other schools, I'm very concerned about what's been going on in the Pac-12, and I'll give you some reason in a second. First, we all know USC, UCLA is leaving, right? That no confusion there. You must have been sleeping under a rock if you don't know that. But I think my biggest problem with the Pac-12, and even though George Kliavkoff has only been, commissioner, I think since July 1st, 2021. Don't quote me on the date, but it's something like that. It is in 2021, believe that. And he's been there for roughly 2 years. I feel like the Pac-12 hasn't been aggressive enough in expansion in comparison to the Big 12. But we're going to keep our ducks in a row. We're going to talk about the Pac-12 first. And it seems like they know they're going to use USC and UCLA. They have to hear the rumors that we're all hearing about the Big Ten kind of clearing and vetting a way for Oregon and Washington to go. But it seems like Oregon and Washington and the Pac-12 as a conference are waiting on the same thing, this media rights deal that's coming in 2024, because their current one ends July 1st, 2024. So are they nearing a deal with somebody? Are they going to try to get a deal sealed before the 2023 season start? That way they can keep teams and kind of garner expansion from other conferences. What are they doing? I truly don't understand what the Pac-12 doing, and if they are not careful, I'm telling you, Oregon and Washington are gone. I think they just want to be loyal to the soil. They want to stay put in the Pac-12. But I'm telling you now, if the media rights deal ain't right, if the money ain't funny, and we gotta really watch what's going on with these media rights deal, because I think one of the worst deals you could possibly get is a streaming deal. We seen the NBA playoffs on YouTube freeze the other day. My old lady and I watched a show called Love is Blind. And all the people that watch Love is Blind, we seen Netflix go live with the Love is Blind show, and we seen how many problems the daggone show had. It took forever for the show to start, and you ended up pretty much watching a rerun, or what I feel like was a watered down show, because you couldn't get the live element of it. So if the Pac-12 is about to strike a media rights deal and it's digital or streaming, I don't know. So I feel like some teams are being mummy. Then you hear other rumors. Like I said, these are all rumors. None of this is concrete. I'm just putting everything on the table. Colorado and Utah could be looking to join the Big 12. I'm just saying, these are rumors that I'm hearing. I just don't understand kind of why Commissioner Klimakov kind of got his hands in his pocket. I don't feel like he's being aggressive. Yes, we know about them getting San Diego State. That's kind of one of the prime teams they want to get because of the closeness to LA. Because both of their LA schools just went weird to the Big Ten. So they want to get San Diego State because of the location. And of course, Pac-12 headquarters, I believe, is in San Francisco. Things are starting to make sense. But here is my biggest issue with them. Yes, they want to get San Diego State. Yes, they want to get SMU for some reason. I guess to be in Dallas. I don't know what's going on with that order being Big 12 territory. But I promise you, if Big 12 wants SMU, they're going to get SMU, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. I'm just being real with y'all. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just being real. I'm the governor. That's why they call me the governor. So here's the thing. Why aren't they going after or courting a school like Fresno State? I'm not saying they might not be doing it behind the scenes, but I'm saying from what my vantage point, from what I see, they're not going from a school like Fresno State, who's been a budding team in the Mountain West Conference. Why not go after Boise State? Boise State has been damn good, not only in the Mountain West Conference, but also in the WAC. Why aren't y'all going after Boise State? Boise State puts good teams together consistently, and they've done this for a span of years, and their football program isn't even that old. Why aren't y'all going after them? Why aren't they being more aggressive? Pac-12 is scaring me, because if they don't get that proper media rights deal that they're supposed to get, it might be a mass exodus. And Pac-12 is one of your older conferences. You do not want a mass exodus and then you're just standing there looking around. I'm not saying that the Pac-12 is going to end, but I feel like it's kind of, you think about the Big East in basketball, right? Prime Big East. I really don't watch college basketball to this day, and it's really because the Big East ended. I missed that prime Big East basketball. I'm talking about those Ray Allen and Allen Iverson matchups, or those Ray Allen versus Kerry Kittles, or Allen Iverson versus John Wallace at Syracuse. I'm talking about those prime Big East matchups. We don't get no more. When Carmelo and them went on, they run in 03. Bro, or Kemba Walker, the miracle run that he had with UConn, we don't get those matchups anymore. And I don't want the Pac-12, because Pac-12 is giving us great football. I know a lot of people only care about the tier 1 games, but even if you think about those late night games, when you about to lay down and go to sleep, probably get ready for church in the morning, you catch you a late Pac-12 game. And a lot of those games be damn good games. And to me, it just feels like they're settling. But this all isn't about the Pac-12. I'm already 8 minutes in. Let's move to the next. Next is the ACC. Not as worried about the ACC as I'm in the Pac-12. But things in the ACC just aren't just a walk in the park. And they have a media rights issue as well, but it's different from the Pac-12. Pac-12 one is ending roughly a year from now. ACC is ending roughly 13 years from now. That is a problem, because after Pac-12 ends, they should, if they have some of their teams still there, they should get more money for their teams. SEC and Big Ten, correct me if I'm wrong, they are getting new deals by 2026. So you're going to look at the gap in money, and then you have schools like Clemson, who's consistently been a top 5, top 10 program for the last 7 or 8 years or so. And you got teams like Florida State. Florida State has been consistent over the years. We did see a drop off for a time period, but you know what they did under Bobby Bowden. You got teams like UNC who are up and coming. Teams like Miami. Yes, they haven't done anything recently, but in the past, we know what Miami did. Can you keep teams like those? I heard a strange idea, and it's kind of strange how when we thought, like, when Texas and Oklahoma go to the SEC, that they might do some form of pod. So it's one of those type of things. Nothing concrete, but something that I heard that I thought I should share with you all. That there could be a secession from the ACC, similar to how the Confederates succeeded from the Union. You can have like 4 teams leave because they're unhappy with the pay. Granted, it costs a lot of money to lead the ACC. And plus, ACC still will own your home game media rights for at least 10 years. I'm not sure if that's something you want to dabble with, but 4 teams that could probably leave and succeed as either their independent conference or just go independence. North Carolina could certainly do it. Miami could certainly do it. Florida State could certainly do it. Clemson, oh my goodness, could certainly do it. So ACC, like I said, I feel a little bit better. I really do like their commissioner, Jim Phillips, and he's been honest the entire time. He's like, yo, we need to close the gap. I'm not sure how they do that. As of now, there hasn't really been a lot of expansion talks. As of now, it really hasn't been a lot of talks of people leaving, but you do hear the rumors of people being unhappy. Lastly, let's talk about the Big 12, man. I think the Big 12 is more keen to survive, have the better ability to survive than the other conferences, basically because of Brett Yormark. He did not wait. He hasn't even been there that long. He didn't wait at all. The minute that he heard they was leaving, he got on his phone. BYU will be playing in the Big 12 this season. Houston will be playing in the Big 12 this season. Cincinnati will be playing in the Big 12 this season. UCF will be playing in the Big 12 this season. And you combine that with the fact that Texas and Oklahoma are still there for this upcoming football season. Big 12 football is going to be wild, and it's going to attract other people. Oh, and not to mention that also Commissioner Yormark was just at UConn, the national champions in men's basketball. He was there too. Nothing concrete, but he's doing his work. He's still trying to expand and get more teams there. Will they be the same with Texas and Oklahoma leaving? Not by a long shot. Those two are the top 2 value programs in all of college football. Of course, they wouldn't be the same, but the fact that he's still pushing the pedal on the gas, you got to respect that. Hey, man, I don't know where things are going to end. I'm worried about the Pac-12, not as worried about the ACC and the Big 12. But one thing I know for certain is that the Big 12 is going to be okay. Pac-12, listen, Commissioner Kliavkoff, put the feet on the gas a little bit. I know you're waiting for the media deal, trying to get some people over there. Put your feet on the gas. I'm telling you right now, Commissioner Yormark, in the Big 12 is not playing. He's not playing at all. As I always like to say, do something nice with somebody you normally wouldn't do. Always pay it forward. Peace and love. Peace and blessings. And until next time, y'all already know what it is.